The Kardashian sisters have always been super close, even if they don't always get along. That may have something to do with all of the strong personalities present in this family. Or maybe it's a side effect of growing up with the uber-competitive and ambitious Kris Jenner. Here's an inside look at some of the most interesting Kardashian sisters' relationship dynamics.
Thank you for doing this.
Oh my God, thank you.
Number 1. Khloe's support system. As much as these sisters are known to be at one another's throats for one thing or another, when it comes down to it, they're also each other's biggest supporters. Especially in trying times. When Khloe found out that Tristan had been unfaithful yet again, she was already expecting their second child. While it was an extremely difficult situation for the revenge body star, she had her sisters by her side.
He will show you what real love is supposed to be like, and that's all that matters.
Amen.
Khloe revealed that after the split, she leaned on Kim and her sisters because they were extremely supportive of her while she became a mother of 2.
You are like a better person than anyone that I know.
She also expressed her gratitude for Kim's support when she found out about Tristan. Kim has even since encouraged Khloe to get back into the dating scene like she did after her divorce from Kanye. Number 2. Kim and Kourt's tension. While they may be supportive of each other 90% of the time, there's still that 10% when the Kardashian and Jenner siblings are each other's biggest competition. Growing up in a house with Kris Jenner, it's only natural after all. One of the most obvious points of tension is the relationship between Kim and Kourtney. Kim and Kourtney have always had what fans call a love-hate relationship. In a 2020 episode of their show, their heated argument even got physical and a few punches were thrown. And let's not forget when Kim downright called Kourt boring when she called her older sister the least interesting to look at.
She's the least exciting to look at.
The list goes on. We could say it's all for TV ratings.
Being funny, then our show wouldn't exist.
But anyone who has sisters knows that it was probably brought on by a lot of tension behind the scenes. Number 3. Kylie's role models. When Kylie got pregnant with her first child with Travis Scott, she was still just a kid herself. Kylie gave birth to Stormi Webster when she was 20. Being such a young mom, she luckily had her older sisters Kim and Kourtney to look up to for parenting advice. After Stormi was born, Kylie turned to her older sisters and their bond was strengthened even further by sharing baby tips and tricks. Even though she was young, Kylie went on to be a fantastic parent, and it's obviously in part thanks to her in-house role models. Number 4. Sisterly trolls. It's become a fact that sisters Kendall and Kylie Jenner are all about trolling each other every time they get the chance. The sisters maintain a healthy amount of competition between them, and although they've chosen different career paths, they love to poke fun at whatever the other is doing. It probably has a lot to do with the fact that Kylie and Kendall are basically polar opposites. Sometimes it's Kylie making fun of Kendall for falling off a bike, or the unique way that Kendall chooses to cut her vegetables. Other times, it's Kendall straight up role-playing as Kylie by dramatically overlining her lips with lipstick.
I just overlined my lips and everyone was wondering what I was using.
Just to look like the lip kit queen herself. It's all in good fun, right? Don't fight, Jenners. Number 5. Khloe's insecurities. Even though Khloe knows her sisters have her back, it didn't help with all of the insecurities she had while growing up and into her young adulthood. Khloe has spoken out about she felt like the ugly duckling of the family compared to her sisters. Khloe has a noticeably different look from Kim and Kourtney, and for a long time, she felt she was not as beautiful as them. Come on, Khloe. Recently, Khloe opened up about her struggles with self-love and even shared that while growing up, she felt like she was the background sibling, revealing that a nutritionist once said Kim had a body like a Ferrari and Khloe was a Honda. Hey, there's nothing more reliable than a CR-V. She also revealed how that morphed into unhealthy habits. She said, "I had turned to food and had an unhealthy relationship with food my whole life." Number 6. The favorite child. How would it make you feel if your parents came right out and said they like your siblings more? It's likely to lead to some resentment and a little animosity. Am I right? Well, that must be the case for the Jenner sisters once Kris has admitted that she has a favorite kid. It's Kylie, by the way, in case that wasn't super obvious. While Kris may be joking around for the cameras,
We're here!
outrightly saying that Kylie is her favorite child is likely to cause some tension between Kylie and her sisters. How could it not? Number 7. Khloe's surrogate options. When Khloe was considering having a second child, she worried that the physical challenge of carrying another baby herself would be too much. So she was considering a surrogate. It's what her sister Kim did for half of her brood. Back when the star was with her ex, Lamar Odom, the pair were also considering using a surrogate. Just to prove how supportive her sisters are of her growing family, Kourtney stepped right up and offered her services. That's right, Kourtney offered to carry Khloe's baby as her surrogate. At the time, Kourtney had just had her daughter Penelope. I mean, if that doesn't say sisterhood, what does? Khloe ended up having her second child in 2020 via surrogate. Although it wasn't one of her sisters, at least she had the options. Number 8. Holidays together. From vacations in the Maldives to Christmases at Chris's, the Kardashian and Jenner sisters are always together for the big moment. Their bond is often evident when they get together for family ski trips, birthday vacations to remote beaches, and villas in exotic locations. Around the holidays, you'll likely see these sisters exchanging gifts or hanging out with the growing band of Kar Jenner kids for Easter or Christmas. Who do you think gives the best Christmas presents? Number 9. Cousin love. Since the Kar Jenner sisters are so close, they all feel it's important to make sure their kids are just as close, both with their own siblings and with their cousins. But really, how adorable are little Stormi, True, and Chicago? The three are so close in age that they've become known as the triplets. These cousins are seriously more like siblings. North and Penelope, who are also close in age, have even had a few joint birthday parties. Number 10. Kim's divorce. At the same time as Khloe was dealing with the fallout of her drama with Tristan, Kim was going through a difficult divorce with Kanye.
I can't do this anymore.
After a 6-year marriage and 8-year relationship, severing ties with her partner in life and business was a huge step for Kim. But just like Kim was there for Khloe, Khloe had Kim's back. All the sisters did, actually. Throughout the separation and divorce, Khloe was offering her support. In a post that some thought was about Kim's online backlash after announcing the divorce, Khloe wrote, "Remember, most of your stress comes from the way you respond, not the way life is. Adjust your attitude, and all the extra stress is gone." Number 11. Khloe the mother figure. Khloe was already a young teen when Kylie and Kendall were born, so the relationship between the three of them is super special. Khloe has admitted that she feels like sort of a mother figure to her two younger sisters. In 2015, when Khloe was 30 and Kylie and Kendall were teenagers, Khloe said, "I'm definitely very maternal over them. I'm very protective. I always say I'm like the mother lion, and they're my cubs." Later, Khloe spoke again of her relationship with Kylie in particular, saying she feels like a lion, with her sisters being like her cubs. She added that Kylie went through so much at a young age and she wasn't like a normal 17-year-old, which made Khloe want to protect her even more. Number 12. Kim's jealousy of Kendall. Ever wonder why you don't see much of Kim and Kendall hanging out? Taking a look at the way these two ladies live their lives, you might understand why Kim and Kendall aren't as close as some of their sisters. Kim is a mom of 4, while Kendall is choosing to put off motherhood for a while. Kim has an ambitious, go-getter attitude, while Kendall prefers to be laid back and go with the flow. Whereas Kim obviously feels comfortable calling out her other siblings when they're not following Kim's laws, she might feel a little hesitant to critique Kendall, given her independence and different perspectives. Do you think these two get along? Number 13. Kim vs. Kourtney. On top of the physical and emotional fights we see on the show, Kim and Kourtney's relationship struggles go a lot deeper, on-screen and off-screen. Kim is used to being the center of attention and being first pick for media events and appearances. But when Kourtney started dating Travis Barker and hanging out with Megan Fox, her popularity skyrocketed, making her first choice for events like the Met Gala and award shows. Anyone else sense some jealousy behind the scenes radiating from Kim while her sister got all the attention? Number 14. Kourt and Khloe's strained relationship. If Kourt and Khloe are getting along, it's often tinged with clapbacks and hints of sarcasm. These two tend to butt heads almost as much as Kim and Kourt do. And a lot of that tension stems from Khloe's friendship with Kourtney's ex and co-parent, Scott Disick. I mean, how could you not resent your sister for being so chummy with your ex? The closer Khloe and Scott are, the more her relationship with Kourtney is put to the test. Number 15. The aunt status.
I love all my nieces and nephews. This is definitely a massive birth control moment for me.
Kendall separates herself from the pack by being the only Kar Jenner sister not to have already started her parenthood journey. Even her younger sister is already saddled with 2 kids. But Kendall is happy being the fun aunt for now, and she better enjoy the role, since when you count all her step and half siblings, she actually has 20 nieces and nephews. Or Is it 21? Who's counting at that point? Because of her aunt status, Kendall might not always understand the pressures of parenthood that her sisters are under, putting a divide in their relationship. She even once called Kourtney the worst parent, which cut a little too deep. Sure, the Kardashian sisters are known to butt heads once in a while, but when it comes down to it, they'll always have each other's backs. That's what it's all about at the Kar-Jenner fam. What do you think about these sisters' complicated relationships? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to The Thing Celebrity for more on your favorite celebs.